Wade and Wade Reacts.
We're back with another subscriber request. We have 10 alternate uses for Gundam/mobile suits. Let's get into it.
Mobile suits are typically known for one thing: war. After all, that is what they were created for and what they do best, other than selling Gunpla. But that doesn't mean that
Gundam on a horse?
the only things
That's
they're
insane.
good for either. Heck, in Witcher Mercury, they even started a company to show that the tech used for the Gundams wasn't just all about killing people and could be used for the good of humanity. So today we're going to have a look at the cases where people thought outside of the box with their mobile suits and Gundams. And what better place to start than the series that inspired this video in the first place? One of the first things we're introduced to in Witcher Mercury is that their biotechnology is pretty advanced.
That explains why the little girl's face was on that time.
That can function just like a
cyborg
real
then?
It just requires some batteries. Unfortunately, though, this technology would later be put to use to develop mobile suits and would cause its reputation to become very tarnished, even to the point where they were straight up banned. So only time will tell if the aforementioned company will succeed in their goals of using the gun for good. But the other non-war application of mobile suits, though, was a resounding success. And that was the dueling system they had in place. We've seen duels in quite a few Gundam series before, like a training duel in Gundam Seed, proposed duels on the battlefield in various series, or the duels from G Gundam. But
that's more content for us to check out right there.
This is the first time that these duels were held for entertainment purposes as well. As soon as a duel takes place, everyone on campus gets notified and can tune in, almost like it's some kind of sports match. And
it definitely would
be. It's also the only application of physical mechs that we have seen in real life. Next
I wonder how much money the participants in the sport like that would make.
Snowy mountain with your
that would be crazy.
Mostly wrecked Gundam. I know, a very common occurrence. So why not use the heat of your giant killing machine's beam saber to create an impromptu hot spring for you and your kinda, not really, but actually totally girlfriend?
That's a creative use of a beam saber.
Using a beam weapon to make warm water. I've never met anyone with so many strange ideas.
Instant Onsen, now available from your favorite arms dealer. Also, Gundam.info did a poll on the best Gundam bathing scenes in December of 2009, and this scene won with 43.76% against 7 other entries. But hot springs are far from the craziest thing that Gundams have made, because in Iron-Blooded Orphans, they used one to make a baby.
What?
It makes sense when you watch the
I expected
series.
something crazy from Iron-Blooded Orphans, but not that.
The Vignana system is a special interfacing system that directly connects the pilot to the machine that he's piloting. And while this does give them an immense performance boost, it also comes with many drawbacks. The first one is actually surviving the operation required, and then there's also the risk of receiving too much feedback from the mobile suit.
That's the worst part for me.
To disable the limiters.
I would rather operate a normal mobile suit than go through that.
Through the countless battles that pushed him to his limit, he would gradually lose the use of the right side of his body.
That's crazy.
But for some reason, he could still use it while hooked up to the Alaya Vignana system. And so, with the help of the Gundam, Mika was able to make a baby. Next up on the list, then, we have the Turn A Gundam, a legendary mobile suit from the dark history. A machine so powerful that it could wipe out civilizations. And so when it reappeared in correct century 2345, it would unleash all of its might to become a washing machine.
Somebody said that.
Wow.
I think he made a joke about this too on another video we saw.
One of the most powerful, most destructive
But
Gundams.
that's
It's
not
just
all.
relegated to
It
the
could
role
also
of a washing
dry
machine.
laundry,
That's crazy.
act as a bridge, serve as a walking power bank, and become the coolest and most high-tech barn. The Turtle
Wow.
Gundam might be widely regarded
this one
as
had
the
a
most
nanox?
powerful
I think
and
so.
deadly Gundam around, for good reason, but it was also as versatile as a Swiss
Now I want to see
Army
this
knife,
Gundam's power on display.
an 18
Since he's
meter
hyping
tall
up
Swiss Army knife.
its abilities.
So, what it was actually used for would all depend on the pilot. Something that we see more often then is mobile suits being used for construction work. And
makes sense.
as you've
Yeah, that would make a whole lot of
guessed,
sense. That would
we
make
have
construction work a lot
quite
easier.
few reasons as to how they end up being used as construction units. We have things like the mobile workers from the origin, which were officially made as construction vehicles, but actually served as the basis for Xeon's mobile suit development plans.
That's
Something that mirrored
then.
pre-World War II Germany and their
That's a cool part of their history.
tractors and totally civilian aircraft. Then there's the
that's cool.
Desperado from
Cool from
Gundam
real
H,
life.
which seems like it actually was legitimately developed as a construction machine, but then just happened to become the perfect base frame military machine later on.
I mean, that would
Again,
make sense. Just
something
transfer
that
it
happened
over
with
to either.
tractors
Right.
in real life. Then we have the standard
Similar to
mobile
what
suit that
happens
became
in reality.
obsolete and were pushed into construction service because, well, they were there, they had to be used for something, so you might as well use them for building things, like
That's a good use for 'em.
the James gun. But then we also have the dedicated conversions of existing mobile suits. Typically, again, these conversions were carried out on damaged or older mobile suits, again, like the Zaku or the Zaku tank.
Okay, I was just going to say
But I
that how
know
the
of
Zaku
at
tank
least
came about.
one high-performance machine that also got a construction overhaul. The Wound Ward. Because of course it's
What
the
did it,
Wound
what did it
Ward.
get turned into?
At this point, I'd be surprised if there was
What the
something
heck
that
is
the
that?
Wound Ward
That's what I'm
couldn't
wondering.
do and wasn't
Can't really
turned
make it out.
into. But in this machinery form, its left arm is replaced with a crane, it's got a
okay.
drill on its back, and the legs are now those of a Hyzak. And when your mobile suit eventually
look
gets
better on a
too
construction
busted
unit.
up to even
They
use
do.
for menial labor, you can always decorate them and put them in the garden. Or you can use them as garden decorations while they're still fully capable, so you can use them to surprise any home invaders. They'll never see it coming.
A mobile suit security unit would be
And
scary.
since we were just talking about mobile suits designed for construction, we do actually have other mobile suits that weren't built for combat. And the first one is the Ultimate Gundam.
What the
Its
heck?
main piece of equipment were
That's a
nanotech
terrible
cells
design.
that could repair and evolve the machine itself. But they were mainly designed for the machine's ultimate goal, restoring the Earth. But unfortunately, this wasn't meant to be. While descending to Earth, something went wrong, and the Gundam decided to reevaluate its goal.
Wait, so the
It
Gundam
would still try to
has its own
fix
mind.
Earth somewhat, but it
That's
decided
crazy.
that the best way to go about this now was to eliminate all humans.
That's what
The
AI
Ultimate
wants to
Gundam
do
had become
at all
Devil
times in science
Gundam,
fiction.
And instead of fixing the Earth for the humans,
What the heck?
it was now hell-bent on creating an undead
Oh, this
army.
is that. Okay. That's why it's so crazy. It's from this series.
Yeah, I thought that was
The
kind
Stargazer
of
Gundam then
weird
was
for
a
Gundam, but
civilian-made
now it
mobile
makes
suit
sense.
Designed for deep space exploration. For this, it was outfitted with an AI to commandeer the machine on its very long mission, and the Voiture Lumiere propulsion system that would allow it to gradually accelerate to light speed. Again, another reason.
So that's what
why
was
it
going
would
on,
die,
okay.
because
Yeah, I thought it was some type of
humans
propulsion
would not
system.
react to this very well, probably. But if you want to
Did they
go
ever
even
achieve light speed? Was
faster,
it? I think it
and
was it
also
a success or what?
Inside of the mobile suit, while it is
Oh,
going
no,
very
I just
fast, we have to
One
go
of the,
back
like,
to the
little side
Tornado
seed
Gundam,
stores.
which could just straight up teleport. And it's not the only Gundam capable of doing
We gotta
this.
see that one fight the unicorn.
Thanks to its twin
Yeah.
drive system, the 00 Gundam was capable of quantum teleportation,
This one too.
a technology that would also later be expanded upon. So, if you need to go somewhere really fast, nothing beats a mobile suit-sized teleportation device.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
And finally, we have
Makes space travel a
sports,
lot easier too.
with one of the most famous sporting mobile suits being the Hobby Hyzak. After the Grips War, the Federation really didn't want anything to do with the Titans anymore, so they dropped the Hyzak harder than Zeon dropped Side 2. And so,
Australia?
surplus Hyzaks began popping up everywhere, with the Hobby Hyzak being a conversion made for the civilian market. And as its name indicates, it would be mostly advertised as a hobby and sports machine, although it would apparently also be used by some civilian self-defense forces.
How about
But
that?
the true stars of the
that would be a
mobile
force
suit
right there.
sporting sphere were the petite mobiles, who even had their own leagues.
This is my first time
and
seeing them.
were broadcast on mainstream television. And when you know that Anaheim Electronics were involved, you know that it's big enough for actual money to be made. And if you want to learn more about these petite mobile suits and their races, you can check out my dedicated video on the subject, which is linked on screen and down below.
That might be something to check
But
out.
that has been all for this video on the alternative uses of mobile suits, or at least the ones that we saw in the anime. So let me know down below, if you had a mobile suit, what would you use it for, other than war or reenacting GTA?
We always enjoy Kakarot 197's videos because his videos give us a lot more insight into the Gundam world. It's not just about war and about these big mobile suits fighting each other, but the Gundam world is complex. You got mobile suits that are used for construction, as he pointed out, some civilian mobile suits used for security, decoration, sporting events, and security forces.
Yeah, this was a cool video because we got to see, like you said, we got to see what, how the Gundam worlds work. I know these from different series. I don't know if all of them are connected. I'm pretty sure not, because some of them was crazy, like that one that tried to take over the Earth. And in a world like this, that's good. You get to see what the writers are thinking.
Yeah, they are.
Because they're making stuff like, in real life. Because I think if it was real, people would have like defense forces, like mercenaries would have mobile suits as well.
True, and that's the mark of a good world builder, a good writer, because the Gundam has a well fleshed out, well detailed world to the point where it actually is its own world. You could dive into it and you have different engineers, different companies that are selling certain types of mobile suits. So man, it's just fantastic to see.
Yeah, it is.
That does it for our reaction to this subscriber request. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Also, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you'll never miss a video from Wade and Wade Reacts.
And we're out of here.
Peace.